So we're talking about dry humping. Natalie and I were talking, and she's had 3 bad experiences.
I wouldn't say bad. I was just like, I did a lot of dry humping for sure, but now there's 4.
It just keeps going up.
I'm just thinking of experiences. So like, did it a lot
because I'm pro. I'm like, keep it as long as you can. Do it for as long as you can.
I didn't actually do it until prom night.
No, I'm saying no. You dry hump before then.
I did dry hump.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know if I dry humped the one that I lost it to because I feel like he was too old for dry humping.
I don't think you ever are.
Nah.
Okay. Like really, he should have enjoyed the moment.
Yeah, he should have.
That's good, great practice.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me what's number 1.
Okay, so one time
the worst. Let's start with the one that is recoverable from. And it was multiple people, I'm assuming, not the same person.
Oh, these are 4 different situations.
Thank you. Did you ever go back after each one or no? Were you like that? Yeah, for dry humping? Or
I went back to dry humping them all.
Oh, I think so.
One I actually turned into
real humping.
Yeah, because I was like,
you're pretty good at it.
Well, no, that wasn't it.
You thought it'd be fun.
The first one that was a bad experience. It was like one of the first like guys and by the way, I didn't like him. I wasn't attracted to him, but it was my friend's boyfriend, my friend's boyfriend's friend.
Why not?
So I was like, I might as well just go with this.
Just do the zipper.
It seems easier to just like, well, he became like sort of like I was like dating him, but really
by default.
Never wanted to be alone with him. You know what I mean?
So where'd you dry hump him?
When the 4 of us would go to his friend's house, when we would like the different bedrooms, there was never any parents home. I swear to God.
I know. There weren't. Parents didn't go home before. They always had lives.
I know.
We don't have lives anymore.
I know. So
a lot less dry humping going on.
Yeah. And so one of the worst ones, I guess it was like I was like a rookie to dry humping. Maybe
you weren't seasoned yet.
Yeah, and I guess like I think as a girl, you don't really realize that like kicking someone in the balls, how much that hurts.
You also don't realize how like what you don't have one, so you don't really know what goes on down there. You're not like, oh, if I do this, this will happen.
No, not at all. No. You don't even think that they could like something could come out of them when you're dry humping. You know what I mean?
God. I would if I did, I probably wouldn't have done that.
So I went to like go roll her over. I've told you this. And I was like not comfortable with him, you know.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't a comfortable. You were just there for default.
Doing it. And I think we had like
being a great wingman.
Drinks. And so I was like, let's do this. They were probably having sex in the other room, right?
I don't recommend that for anyone listening who's young. Don't default dry hump just because it's convenient.
I think that's what a 2-man is.
Oh, it's a blind date turned into dry humping?
So you guys know a 2-man is a double date.
Yeah.
If I'm running a 2-man, I'm bringing my friend and hooking her up with my friend. Like we're double dating. So anyways, I was dry humping and then I went to go like, I guess like switch positions, like turn over, maybe get off. And I guess I need him in the balls.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, and I was like, oh, but I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. And so later someone told, like my friend told me, she's like, oh, he like when he walked home, he like threw up like, cause it hurt so much.
And he didn't tell you? Kind of nice.
No. Yeah, no, we didn't really talk.
Oh,
yeah,
no. You're just in a room in the dark a few times.
Yeah, and he didn't say anything. He's probably shy too, you know? And then I was like, oh my God, I felt so like, oh shit.
You felt bad.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. And like, I also kind of felt like, oh, I don't know anything. You know what I mean? Like,
like you felt new.
I felt new. I felt inexperienced. I was embarrassed because I was like.
Was he experienced?
They were older than us. I wouldn't say he was experienced, but I think everyone else was. Everyone else had a lot more experience. So I was like embarrassed that I had kneed him in the balls to where he barfed and that I had no idea that was a thing.
Did he want you to go back?
Yeah, like I saw him after. He wasn't like mad about it or anything.
No, you know he didn't do it on purpose.
No, but still, I didn't know that.
Thank God you didn't know at the time.
I know.
Thank God he wasn't like, oh my God.
He did it a little on me.
Yeah.
No, I was like, I was embarrassed afterwards. Like, cause I was just like, oh God. I was also like, you know,
oh God,
shy and stuff like that.
Yeah, shy, dry humping a stranger. I was so shy. It's crazy.
So that was the first one. Another one was we were dry humping and it was like hot and heavy dry humping. It was getting like big. It was like he was my boyfriend.
Okay, so you were like you couldn't recover quickly. This was getting
sweaty.
What the?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was. Stop it. Stop it. We were in his bed under the sheets.
Sweaty.
He was really sweaty.
So it was intense.
Big session.
Yeah. Like
it had been going on for a long time.
It was like a Jane Fonda workout.
Yeah.
It was a lot of hip thrusting.
Yeah.
A lot of
for a long time.
A lot of glutes.
Yeah. But like
no. Were you like
I don't
Like,
know. I wasn't sweaty.
No, something was going on. He was. He was
Oh my God. You know those
gyrating.
things you like don't play back until it just comes.
It was like he's twerking
It was
in
a
bed.
lot.
lot of twerking.
Yeah, I think it was switch position. It was like
Wow.
having sex, but we weren't.
So you were mimicking.
Mm-hmm.
You were
And then his dad
practicing.
came home.
Oh.
And then he walked in and he was calling him. And so he
And you guys were sweaty
sweaty. And then he went out.
under the covers.
Like I think he had his t-shirt on still.
Yes,
and I think he was sweaty through the shirt.
Stop it. Was it like a marathon hours? Like how long?
Maybe he was a sweaty guy. I don't remember him being a sweaty guy, but it was a sweaty situation.
His shirt was
Maybe
wet.
And he walked out and I was like, oh my God, your dad is going to see you sweaty. And
I
he
was
knows
just
I'm in there.
I mean, in my experience,
Yeah.
I don't know it to be very
He
sweaty.
was sweaty. Maybe
Like
maybe
with
he
your
didn't have air conditioning.
Maybe.
It was hot.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an old house.
Yeah, for sure. So he's sweaty. So his dad thinks you're doing, I would think you're working out. Like, I'm like,
In the bedroom?
I'm
in there. He knows I'm in there.
if someone's walking out with a sweaty shirt, are you thinking, and pants are on and everything, that they're dry humping so hard that they're breaking a sweat? Like that is quite aggressive dry humping. Was he lifting you? 1, 2, 3, like he should have been like, I'm just flying, Natalie.
I just felt so mortified. Why would his dad think he was sweaty?
Did he come back in and continue?
Oh my God. I just was probably like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here.
Did you see the dad when
No,
you
I
left?
did not see the dad.
Did you ever go back?
Yeah. But I never saw the dad.
What did he say to his dad? Do you ever know?
Right?
We have to call this guy.
I feel like, the dad was a single dad. So
Okay.
maybe the dad kind of knew, and maybe the dad was
Well,
just
the dad
like,
would not be calling him if he knew.
right. I don't think at first he knew I was in there. And then he came out sweaty, and he was probably like, Natalie's
I am
in there.
mortified for
I am
you.
too.
If I was
I feel
mortified for a
sweaty now about
promposal,
it.
I am mortified that he came out sweaty.
I
He could
know.
have put a t-shirt on, a sweater on.
I think he just felt like he didn't want his dad to open the door. So he wanted
What
to go
were you
out.
in?
Like, I think I was under the sheets. Like, I was probably wearing my jeans. I was riding the zipper.
With the top.
Yeah, I didn't. I might have had my top off. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe. It feels like I had my top off.
Recovery. What? Think about recovery.
Yeah. Keep the shirt on.
Keep clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
Then because we're really in dangerous territory
Yeah.
if we can't recover quickly. That I'm not going to teach my kids that one.
I don't
actually.
think we were expecting him.
No. Okay. I mean, again, if you're home in the daytime,
Yeah.
parents might come home.
Right.
Quick, just hot tips.
Okay.
So
Then the third one.
oh, that was it.
Well, I mean, then
Do
I
you
guess
know how it ended? Did he come back in?
I think he came back in. I was like,
Did you put your shirt on before he came back in?
Yeah,
You
I
sit there
think
with the
so.
sheets up.
oh, it could have been that. And then I was like, oh my God. Like, I can't leave the house. Like I can't see. So I think I like ran out when his dad was like,
In the shower.
yeah. in the
Also
shower.
sweaty.
Sweaty. in the shower.
It was just
Yes.
sweaty. Just a whole bunch of sweaty people.
Mhm.
That is actually mortifying.
Never said it out loud before.
How old are you?
I would have been, I believe I was in grade 10 or 11.
So our daughter's age.
Yep, for sure.
In bed.
Yeah.
Sweaty.
And yeah.
Sweaty.
He had a
With
good
a s-
situation. His dad was a single dad and his dad traveled a lot and left him there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is, yeah. I mean,
Only child.
and how long did you last dry humping?
What do you mean?
Like, did you move on? Like, did you get someone new? Or that was the boyfriend?
No. That was my boyfriend for a while.
So dry humping worked out for both of you quite a bit.
Guess so.
Okay.
Anyways,
next-
he should have been the one that I lost the V card to. But anyways, then the next time,
I would say you did your sexual debut with him if his parents caught you sweaty. Dad.
and I didn't see me sweaty.
Yeah, but I'm saying that, they could talk about sexual debut.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, you can reclaim that.
Oh,
I lost my virginity to him.
okay.
Because virginity's just a,
Whatever you choose it to be.
yeah. So why don't you rename that?
Okay. So the next one,
Well, you're not very fond of the one that you did.
I know, but I still, you know what? I
You
planned
like
it.
it.
It was on my terms. I
Okay.
planned it the way I wanted it, when I wanted it, how I wanted it. So I like that about it.
Okay. Next one. Go ahead, Natalie.
I was dating this guy in summer school. He was a really great guy, really nice guy. But after school, he came home.
To your house?
Yeah, and it
where
was like-
grandma lives?
Yeah, but she wasn't there.
Yeah, obviously, but you brought him home.
Yeah.
Grandma could come home for lunch.
I know it was during the summer, so she worked at a school. Oh no, she did work in the summer too. Maybe she was away. I did
Wow.
not worry that my mom was coming home.
Okay. I can't even believe you just thought to ruin grandma's beautiful energy in her house, but carry on.
Okay, so then we went upstairs and we were in my bedroom dry humping, and it was daylight. And for some reason, my dad would come into the house and he wouldn't knock or anything. And he would like come to like, I think he like would like drop off like
her dad. She didn't see or talk to.
Yeah. But at the time I like see him every now and then, you know what I mean? But when he would come in and he would like, I guess if he had to like drop something off, he came and he dropped it off. So I was like, oh, and he was like, hello. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I went downstairs. I was like, hi. And then the guy came down behind me and he was wearing a pair of khaki pants. And I noticed there was a little spot.
Oh
Shut
my
up.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He should not have come down.
He should not have come down.
What was he thinking?
And like, my dad didn't live there. So it's not like I had anything to explain to him. I could have done whatever I wanted.
Oh my God.
And the guy was like, hi, nice to meet you. And I was like, I saw it and I was like, oh my God. So he'd had like a little like pre-cum come out.
Oh my God.
In the khaki pants.
What happened to underwear?
I think it probably went through.
Oh my God.
And he didn't know and I never told him. But obviously when he came down the stairs.
He would have seen it.
Yeah, he would have seen it. I'm dead.
His mom would have seen it.
No, well, no.
If she did the laundry.
Yeah. Unless he did his own laundry. I don't know. But I remember that moment where I could see and I was like, oh my God. Because he didn't know.
Maybe your dad didn't see.
He definitely saw.
Did he leave awkwardly after that?
I don't remember. I think I just walked away.
Did you go back up and try?
Maybe. I don't remember.
I mean, they should know with you. If you are coming to Natalie's house and you're in high school, don't wear khakis.
Don't wear khakis.
Wear black pants.
Yeah.
Black track pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're going to sweat.
You're good.
Black t-shirt. Black t-shirt. Black track pants. What are you thinking? Rules. Hey, boys. Black. Not gray.
Yeah.
And not white.
Yeah. Girls know when they have their period not to wear white pants. Boys, you should figure out you're coming to Nat's house. You're going to get ridden.
They need some nicks for the boys. Really?
Yeah.
Pre-cum underwear.
That guy was very like carefree. It's like, he just wouldn't have even noticed. He was like so unaware. He was just so.
Where did he end up?
He lived in Turks for a long time. And
do we like him?
Such a nice boy.
Oh, he's going to hear this for the first time.
Too nice for me.
Wonder if he knows. You were wearing khakis? I didn't tell him. Can't even believe he did that.
I know.
Khakis, that's so not you.
It was a time. No, it was he worked at the Gap.
Oh my God.
My mom loved him.
I'm really trying to think of, I remember dry humping, but I don't know who.
Oh, that's fun.
Like in my brain, I'm like trying to go back.
Yeah.
I just remember being so fun.
Yeah.
Like I don't
more
think,
fun with some drinks too, you know?
I don't think there was any mishaps.
All these times I'm talking about I was sober.
I think that it's very natural to gyrate.
So then the last one.
Oh my God, I forgot there was a fourth.
So he comes over. I like him. We're not like going out, but we're talking, you know, and I'm like.
Earmuffs, Chi-Chi, earmuffs. It's kind of inappropriate. It's your mom. You're a child. You shouldn't hear about this, but you love to dry hump too. Not really, thank God. Carry on.
So he came over and in the day again, after his work.
She is a day dry humper.
And we were.
You could have dry humpers at home right now. Except you have cameras. You have cameras. You can't.
Exactly. And I was, and
I like that story. Yep, came over. And you knew?
He was like, oh. And I was like,
was it a long dry hump? That's, we should normalize that for boys, Natalie.
Sorry. It was fine.
Like, we should say it's okay if that happens.
That's okay if that happens.
We prefer that as adults.
Listen, I wasn't mortified. I never talked to him again. I was like, ugh, this will be easy. You know what I mean? So then the next time I saw him, I'm like, hey, we're going to do it.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what? It's not going to be long anyways. So.
Sorry. So one, we have sweating through his shirt. Oh, a workout. Like, I'm thinking we're going on hours here. Like, if you are like, and you're not sweating, but something is going on. The next one, or the one after this.
This one was the only one that I wasn't a virgin for.
So you're a little bit more nasty dry humping.
I wouldn't say nasty.
You probably did a little bit of bouncing and dry humping. Yeah. You probably rode it a lot.
It didn't need that much riding.
I would say you probably pounced that ounce a little bit more than he needed it to.
So then I was like, well, I don't want that to happen to you again.
But it did.
So let's have sex. And you can do it like that.
And it
also fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
well, I mean, he'd be a perfect husband.
That's what I said. Oh, love it when they're older.
Love it.
He's great.
And also, I don't care.
What do I care?
I actually didn't care.
I know. What do I care? What do I care? You know what? Look at me. Look at me.
Like, I didn't care at all. Like, I was like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, that's
I didn't mind at all. But he was kind of like, oh, like, sorry. I'm
That's
like,
because we've taught them that it's a problem. It's not a problem.
not a problem.
Nope. No. Not a problem.
But what I did realize after that was I actually was, and it wasn't because it happened fast. That was a tricky one because I really, really liked him as a person.
Yeah.
And so I thought, if you're attractive and I really like you as a person, I should be attracted to you.
not.
I realized I wasn't.
So I just did it, and I had to dry up and have sex, and I am not attracted to you.
I think I went back one more time.
And just to give it a good old try.
Give it a go try. I was like, there is no physical attraction here.
Just to get.
I was like, I wish I really was attracted. And you know what? He knew I wasn't attracted to him.
It's actually kind of a good lesson on our heels of our Tuesday relationships because I don't think
It's tricky though.
it is tricky.
What if you really like their personality and you also know they're physically attractive, but you're not attracted to them? That's confusing.
That's what you like on paper. And everyone's like, he's such a great guy. And everyone's like, yeah, I know I should really like him. It's like they force it. I think a lot of people force it.
Yeah. You know, caught at the wrong age, I might have married him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But okay, I'm going to say this. I don't know if that's terrible because I think that if you have a great partner who you find who looks attractive, I don't know that you just need to be attracted to them, because what's more important, being attracted to someone or having someone who's an amazing partner in your life who makes you laugh and like have fun?
Who knows where we would have ended up?
Because why is it so terrible not to be like, you want to rip their clothes off?
Yeah.
However,
because eventually we all get there anyway.
Literally. You get annoyed.
And we all know that he can do it fast.
You get annoyed with everybody. Like not you, everybody gets annoyed with everybody.
And you got a really hot, beautiful wife, but and she doesn't have to do it that long.
Maybe it changed.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he got stamina. Maybe it was new. He was young.
Was it first time?
For him, no.
Oh.
No.
Just, it was you.
It wasn't my first time either.
I know. He was like, oh God, here. Because some people, real stories, some people get intimidated by in their brain, because for men it's a brain thing too. It's they don't talk about it being a brain thing for men.
Yeah, I can imagine it would be a big thing for men.
They feel intimidated.
Yeah.
And they also can get not have an erection.
Yeah. By the way, I was never offended by whiskey dick in my life.
Oh, me neither.
You know, people are so mortified by that. I don't fucking care.
I don't
fucking care.
What do I care?
I understand.
I feel the same sometimes.
I totally understand.
What do I care?
I don't care.
Like
don't be embarrassed.
I think it happens when they're younger and they're confused because no one talks about it.
Yeah.
But all of your friends' kids who listen to this, now you know it's very normal.
Yeah, because I feel like back in the day, or maybe it would still happen now, she'd be like, oh, he couldn't get a hard on.
Do you know what's funny is that if a dad was to talk about his escapades or like conversations like this, they would never have these conversations. I hope they would, that it's very normal for what a guy goes through, because we don't really know, because we're talking about dry humping from a girl's perspective, but from a guy's perspective, we don't know what that situation is like. We don't know what it would be like if you're embarrassed, or like, we don't know if he's embarrassed because it happened fast. We don't know, because
I wish we had a guy like us who could come on here and talk like us.
That's fine. There's got to be somebody.
Yeah. He might have to be kind of a public figure a little bit, because he has to be okay with talking about it like we are. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to, like, I don't know if it's okay with my family and my kids. Like, a lot of people wouldn't talk like this if they have kids.
It's past experience. Like, it's about.
I know, but you still have to be okay with talking about your shit publicly.
Yeah, you do. But as girls, it's like it's almost like we have more control, because we can decide when we want things to happen. I feel like guys, I hope it's changed now, but if the girl's like, let's do this, I don't know how many boys are like, I'm not ready. Or girls have the permission to be like, I don't want to do this. Like,
yeah,
I think
like the boys would have the pressure to do it. Even if they didn't feel ready, they couldn't say they weren't ready.
Yeah. Or if they didn't even necessarily like the girl, or they wanted to be different, they wouldn't, because you were like, I was in control. I said what I wanted. I don't know if boys are given the verbiage or the knowledge or the conversation to be like, I actually don't want this to happen here.
It's like almost like they're like, if you're given the opportunity, you take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of shitty, because we should have definitely a guy's perspective, especially on marriage and on dating and what they think, because we know for a fact that they have very different perceptions of what's happening in the relationship than what we have. Like, what we think is going on in marriage versus what they feel is going on, not the same. And it's so much easier to talk to people. You know, someone said to me recently about when people see us, they're like, oh my God, do people come up to you all the time? And like, they all know you. I'm like, here's the thing. What we're saying is popular because everybody feels it. There's no secret to what we're saying. The reason
we're not particularly interesting or unique. We're just saying what all of you have experienced or are thinking.
It's like we're different. We're not different. Mm-mm. Like I'm like, I am at a dance competition and a hockey rink with dirty hair and leggings with something on them.
Just like you.
Just like you.
Yeah.
I'm calling my husband and he's asking what for dinner and I want to murder him because I'm not, he didn't. But like, you know, we're all, I saw the way the moms were like, you know, organizing the kids and the dads were bystanders, like kind of awkward in the corner. Everybody's the same here. And I'm like, there's nothing fucking unique about us other than we share the shit and we just say what everyone's thinking. And I was like, it's not that deep. No. Nothing's that deep. So when our kids' friends listen to it, oh my God, dude, you're about to live it. You're about to do it. You're about to pre-cum in your khaki pants. And you're going to say, thank God I listened to Cat Nat because
so I'm prepared.
I'm prepared.
And your parents did it and your aunt and uncle did it and everybody did it.
If you are here,
like, oh my God, I can't believe Cat Nat did it.
Oh, they did it.
They did it.
They're doing it tonight, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And some people just, everyone's got a skill.
And you're going to do it.
You're going to do it.
it.
Everyone's got a skill. Ours is
Dry
the ability. The ability to share it out loud without being embarrassed because we really do feel in a way that being the voice of other people makes them feel not alone.
And you know what? I could, if I was a doctor, because when my doctor friend was talking about puberty and like talked about all the different, the girls were kind of laughing, but this is her job to talk about like pubic hair and puberty. And
it's not embarrassing.
And it's fine if they go on a forum and talk about it medically.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to look up I'm going to look up the doctor form for dry humping, like the professional, just so we can like, you know, we know it's head for,
So Bo is killing me right now.
She's not comfortable with the conversation. She's not comfortable. You know, this is her realm. They dry hump a lot at the park. If any
kids are listening and they're like, I can't believe they're talking like that, just
you
like
dry hump this weekend. Nice try though. Nice try. You just didn't get caught.
Are you embarrassed because I'm talking about you?
But also be like thankful that I taught you about recovery time. So if you take things off, you do not have recovery time. Keep it on. What?
Recovery time.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Especially if you're sneaking it because you don't want to be caught by your parents unless you do. Okay.
So whenever like people are making out in pools, you know, I see that a lot. I'm always like, how's he going to get out of the pool? He's got a boner. And think about that when you're making out with a girl in a pool, you're going to have to come out of the pool. Although,
but guys should talk about that. We should have a guy on to talk about that.
Yeah. I feel like the guy almost has to be like kind of a comedian. You know what I mean? Because like whenever you have like a kind of a joking side, it's okay. So we need a comedian. I wonder if we could do Dabrowski. You know what I'm talking about? All he talks about is he's a teacher, but I wonder if he still is. Okay, I've got the medical clinical definition. It really is safe sex.
Dry humping is not a medical term, but in clinical or sexual health contexts, it's generally referred to as non-penetrative genital rubbing or intercourse. So non-penetrative intercourse.
How do you feel when we say it like that? Do you feel better about it?
Yeah, I'm a doctor now.
It's a lot less fun.
Dry humping is the act of rubbing one's genitals against another person or object for sexual stimulation, typically through clothing and without penetration. It may involve two people rubbing against each other, pelvis to pelvis, grinding, or stimulated thrusting, as Nat example.
I'm having crotch rockets. This is turning me on.
Clothed or partially clothed contact. Key medical considerations. No risk of pregnancy. Low but possible risk of STIs. It's sometimes part of sexual exploration or foreplay, especially amongst teens.
Normal, natural. So before you pull out your penis and your vagina, spend a little time dry humping.
I do think that they should.
Yeah.
I think it's step one.
It's so fun. And it's zero risk.
I don't think they know they can do it. That's the thing. It feels like they go right from kissing to hand jobs to, you know what I mean? I think
giving head comes way after that.
Like you should actually be in a committed long-term relationship. Also,
you should also maybe be in an old person's home by the time you first try it.
Exactly. And I also think that dry humping could be on the like calendar. Like, you know, they have sex day. There should be dry humping day.
I feel like dry humping is more fun if it's spontaneous.
Spontaneous non-sex day. Why can't we make that a thing? Non-sex spontaneous day. You have to do something. Excuse me. You know, they have like sex calendars, just so you know, when you get old. I feel like a lot of teenagers listen to this Friday podcast. When you get older, you have to make people make days. Okay. Like they're like Saturday night. We don't personally, but a lot of people do. They should have if you're a guy, make a non-sexual spontaneous day.
So not in reference to dry humping.
You could dry hump.
Oh, you
just can't have sex.
Ooh.
Sorry, non-sex, non-penetrative day of fun. Because there's so much emphasis on that one thing. Imagine we also had one day of non-penetrate. It can be dry humping. It can be bowling.
Bowling. I was just hoping there was going to be something.
It could be bowling.
It
could be lunch. You know what? They have meetings all the time. Lunch side of dry humping. Not sex. It could be riding a bike. If you like that. You know the people in the gear? If he did that, I would break up with him. If you get a road bike, like a 10 speeder, we're done.
No spandex shorts.
No 10 speeder. No skinny bikes in my house.
No skinny bike.
If you get
it would bend and break.
If you get a skinny bike, we're done.
Yeah.
If you have a skinny bike,
No.
Mark and I didn't work out. I'm not dating someone with a skinny bike.
No. No skinny bikes. I agree.
Chloe learned to ride a bike.
Yeah.
Just this year. I got her a new bike and she's like, it hurts so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. What are those skinny bike guys doing?
I don't. And they have balls.
I know. Chota. Does the seat sit on the chota?
Oh, they have padding built in. They have padding in those shorts.
So the chota doesn't hurt.
Oh, we should ask.
We need a guy. We should get applications.
Yeah. Do you guys know any funny guys who are able to talk about their experiences?
I feel like we could ask that one guy. You know what I'm talking about. He's a comedian. He was on the cruise with Heather. We've had him on before.
But is he gay?
Yeah, but he would still have experiences.
Yeah, no, we can definitely do gay. But I think
he did have heterosexual ones too.
Okay.
I think. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't know what his orientation is.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to think of who's straight that we know in our world.
Let's research and find. I think about this one guy who who's really funny and really open, but he wouldn't want someone like him because he just says all this crazy stuff.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But he probably wouldn't want his.
He would have to mask his voice.
Yeah, he'd have to mask his voice, and he also he would not want his kids to hear.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he would just be he'd answer anything.
Okay.
Masking voice is a great idea for if we feel like we have a personality that we could go there with.
Yeah, we could do that. There's got to be someone from a male perspective where the questions come in and they can answer it.
Yeah, and they're exactly what we would talk about, but from a boy perspective.
Yeah, they could jump on here about dry humping on their side.
Yeah, and all that stuff we just talked about.
And not too in touch with their feelings.
Yeah, no, he's got to be a guy that we were dry humping back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of know someone. He lives in LA. He was your ex-boyfriend. He could not be known though. He owns some restaurants and shit or something.
Oh.
You just got, I thought, okay. Oh, he's married.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I mean, he'd be great if he was. That'd be even better.
Oh, yeah, but I feel.
I thought he was funny. I thought he was witty. He's witty. Not like that. We need someone.
Takes himself too seriously.
We're not looking for more of those over here.
Hell no.
All right, keep thinking.
Yeah. Oh, God, I would have had, my friend who passed away.
He'd be great.
He would have been the best.
Okay. He's not here with us.
He's not here with us.
So that's not going to happen.
Or I wish a son. No. Romeo. Too experienced. Started too early.
And he would just come out with
it's too much. We don't have anything in relation to how he.
You would have to. No. I could talk to him about a few things, but I
like to hear his perspective, but I don't have anything in common with the way it went for him.
Noah wouldn't share.
No, he'd just giggle.
I mean, Romeo.
It would be good.
Ew.
But it would be we can't.
Ew.
I was gonna say your brother, but we can't because that just story.
Hell no.
But if he wasn't your brother, he would be good.
Perfect.
Okay, but we're not because he's your brother. Yeah,
he would kill it.
He'd be great. But
he's kind of like call her daddy guy.
Yeah, but we can't because he's your brother, and that would be weird. But he would somebody like that.
All of the ex-girlfriends.
Yeah, no, we can't do that. But somebody like that who's just you ask them something and they just answer.
Or my husband's so drunk.
Yeah,
he's funny when he's drunk.
Yeah, I know. But that's a different perspective. We also don't need your husband.
I would never. Okay, let's keep the wheels turning, guys. You know who'd be great too? A dream. A dream.
He's open, right?
I don't think that would happen.
Okay.
Not on a platform for.
It's so hard to find a male cat nat. Look at how hard this was.
Can't think of it.
I'm sure we can. We'll keep going.
Because you know what's funny is even the people get married, their content gets less and less and less and less. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chi-Chi, anything to say? You love dry. You actually are on a dry humper. Thank God.
I hate when dogs dry hump.
Okay, baby.
Bye, guys.